If there's an Arsenal match that I enjoyed, it is this one with Atletico Bilbao. They played a very nice game. According to me, regardless of the mistakes that they used to make, small mistakes here and there, I felt like there's some bit of maturity on how they were making sure that things were working out. When I saw someone is losing the ball, the other one comes up to cover up the issue. And that was important. Before I take you through on some of the key observations I made from this particular match, first let me give my ratings on the defense, midfield, and the striking. Defense, I give them 9 over 10. They have really played very well. Masquera and Gabriel are doing a fantastic job at the center defense, and of course the general defense. When you look at the way Masquera is playing, and then look at Saliba, you can think it is Saliba B in the field. But that is what we call maturity in a squad. Regardless of the age, a player steps up to play well. That was nice. 9 over 10. When you go to the midfield I can give them probably 8 over 10 because I did not see some bit of creativity until when we had Trossard coming in. That was important. So I gave them 8 over 10. When I go to the striking, in the first half, those people were not good. Until when Martinelli and Trossard were brought on, that's when I felt like now there's something good happening. The other people, like the wingers, they were making very nice efforts. Like now, if you talk of Madueke, he was making very nice efforts going forward. But the final touch wasn't good. We saw Gyökeres was in the field and he was prepared always to receive the ball. But there was no cross that was coming through for him. So this was a big mistake that happened in the striking force. But generally, I give them 7 out of 10 because at least goals were scored today. And also, they consistently created a threat in that striking force. Before I proceed to the observations that I made, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and also comment after watching this video. Welcome to the Arsenal chapter. Let me dive into the first observation that I made. My first observation is that Arsenal were hardworking. Hard work is important. I could tell it from the speed and then go to the decision making and most importantly, the teamwork that I saw there. Hard work is important for a team. That is what Liverpool put last season to ensure that they have won the Premier League. That is what PSG put in their team to ensure that they had won the Champions League. If Arsenal does the same things this time round, with the kind of squad depth that they have, they can win the 2 trophies. It's very important. The only thing they need to improve, it is now in the passing, because I could see some passing that generally lands in the hands of the opponent. One from Gabriel Magalhaes, another one I think from the left back, that is Calafiori. So in a nutshell, if they improve on that, because there's no time for mistakes in a team, especially Arsenal, that has waited for a number of years to lift the Premier League trophy, or even the Champions League that they have never won before. They need to improve on the issues to do accuracy. The other thing that I saw there is the super defense. Arsenal's defense generally is good. And I think it's the best in the Premier League. I mean, I enjoy watching Arsenal playing the defense, leave alone striking and midfield. I enjoy the defense a lot. Though I saw some problem within the left back, but I hope Calafiori will improve going forward. Another thing I noted, ladies and gentlemen, it is of course the captaincy. One person who believed that after the last 2 seasons, this season could not be for Martin Odegaard. He does not have the spirit of delivery. When it comes to quality, it has gone down subsequently since he came. He's not been playing well. Therefore, I feel strongly that Odegaard was not supposed to be the captain. See the kind of a spirit that was put in by Gabriel Magalhaes. Always motivating the team, always showing that kind of a fighting spirit. That is what a captain should do. That's what captaincy means. So therefore, I think Arteta needs to make that decision. I think after this season, then there should be no Martin Odegaard as a captain again. Another thing I noted, and this one goes direct to the coach, substitution. The substitution was done at the right time. Because when you have Martinelli come on at 70th minute, that was nice. When you have Trossard come in that position, that was okay. According to me, Trossard is not a winger. That guy plays well in the midfield. And I think when it comes to the midfield, you can see he came in and he was able to spot Martinelli's position. And he played very well. That is what you are calling now being creative and mature. So the substitution that were done this time around, kudos to the coach. One gave an assist for the other in the first goal, where Trossard assisted Martinelli to score. And then we had now, when Trossard scored, Martinelli giving him the assist. That was superfluous. It should keep happening that way. The substitution should already come at that time. And one thing I also noted is this. The energy that Gabriel Martinelli brings in the field, it's ideal just from the 70th minute going forward. He works so hard and he runs very fast. So when he comes on at the 70th minute, the opponents will already be tired. So it will not be easy to deal with him. That is the right time for Martinelli because he has been given a chance before. I know that he has failed as such. He's my best player in Arsenal. I think it is because of these tactics that maybe its time has gone. So therefore, it was an ideal game for Arsenal. And I feel strongly that if substitutions will always be done the way the coach did, that one could have been amazing. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to tell you is this. Arteta has improved. Our striking force before we used to know to switch. Switching, I mean that we are becoming a threat. We were doing normal things repeatedly and we kept on getting blocked. I felt bad about it. So it was time for us at least to see a change. And this time around, I have seen it. Probably because of the signing of none other than Ebelechi Eze and of course Madueke, who is also bringing a very nice piece of football within a match. That was important. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel if they keep the same consistency now in the striking, then you're going to be among the most little team. But still on the striking, I'm feeling something must be done. I'm waiting to see the time circled with the game. And of course, we have Ebelechi Eze. And in the midfield, we have someone like Trossard. Maybe Nanuere. That was amazing. The last thing that I've seen, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Trossard center role at the midfield. It's where Trossard does well. I remember there's a time also Odegaard was injured. Trossard came on there, and I think he gave a number of assists. He should be in that position, always. And then in smaller matches like FA, and maybe in other matches like Carabao, now we can have people like Nanuere being given a chance because of their age. But Nanuere should be given more chances so that at least he can also be able to improve. He has a problem where I saw that at some point he could lose the ball so easily, and that is very wrong. Making wrong decisions, especially on passing, that is also not right. There's no time for making mistakes. And I think Arteta has identified that. That's why we even have now, right now as we speak, the gentleman Lewis Kelly at the bench. So it is important we avoid mistakes. I don't know what is your take, but in the comment section, please share with me the observation you made from the Arsenal match against Athletic Bilbao.